Welcome to my review of Love After Lockup. This episode showed me that all these relationships is missing one key ingredient. Aretha Franklin said it best. All I want is respect when I get home. Okay? And a lot of these couples on this show do not have respect for one another. They don't have clear communication and they don't have trust for one another. If you do not have these three key ingredients in a relationship, it's going to go down in flames and it's going to burn, baby, burn. So let's talk about Lacey and Antoine. Lacey do not respect Antoine to make good decisions. And this is the problem in the relationship. I believe Antoine do not love Lacey because Lacey's sister did not come to play. She got in and she asked her the hard question. She said, what do you see with my sister in 5 years? And this told me everything. He said, I don't see anything. At this point, Lacey is an afterthought. And this proves that Antoine do not love Lacey, okay? When he can't answer a question like that, because he said he lived day to day, and that is okay to live day to day. You don't have to plan out your future. And I said, Lacey has no future with Antoine, okay? And it comes out that his mother is really ill. And I said, I wish this lady healed it. But sometimes people who deal with alcohol do not get better. Alcohol destroys the organs. It destroys the organs. And sometimes it cannot be reversed. So they need to be on an organ transplant. And a lot of people pass away because they cannot get a transplant. That's why every time you see on the news that somebody has passed away and they missing organs, this is the reason. People sell people organs on the black market. Okay? Because a lot of people is waiting for transplants and cannot get it. And I feel like this was a horrible situation to hear about his mother. Especially when you close to your mother and you are a mama's child. Okay? He is a mama's boy and I am a mama's girl. Okay? We love our mamas. Alright? And I agree with Antoine when he said, I cannot tell her what to do because I live this life. The Lord says, get the speck out of your own eye before you try to get the speck out of somebody else's eye. So how can you correct somebody else's situation and you too is not living the right and correct life? But people who are addicted to alcohol die from alcoholism. Okay? That is a real thing and that is a real battle for people. And I felt Antoine pain because he felt like he wanted to cry. And you could tell Antoine is not a touchable guy because he was dodging his mother touches like he was dodging bullies. Alright? He was dodging her like this. Okay? You could tell he's really not a touchy guy. And I really thought his mother was trying to kiss him in the mouth. I said, oh my God, what's she doing? Oh my Lord. I don't like parents who does that, who kiss their kids in the mouth, especially when they're an adult. That's weird to me. That's just weird to me, okay? But I wish her the best of health. Can we talk about chazz&branwin? The disrespect in this relationship is that Chazz don't know how to communicate his financial problems with his wife because he spent $583 on his wife and her daughter here. I understand that she wants to bond with her and her daughter. Understandable. But I think the amount to get your hair done was unreasonable. That was way too much. And I said if Chazz want to be a husband, he got to open his mouth and take charge and say, hey, that is too much money. I cannot spend money on that. And he needs to ask questions how much things cost before he started putting things on his card. No, that is not the way That is not how you solve real life issues, okay? If you know you cannot afford a product, do not get it. And if a man cannot pay for something, the spouse should be able to respect the response the husband gives. If the husband say, I cannot afford that, try to get a cheaper hairdo, the wife or the significant other should respect those boundaries by open communication with one another. My heart dropped when he took them to the restaurant and could not afford to pay. That was a no-no. And thank God for Branwin's daughter who was able to cover the expense. Branwin knows that her husband is in financial debt. So why would you choose, knowing that he in financial debt, to get the most expensive thing, knowing that he cannot pay for it? But I would respect Chazz as a man to be open about he cannot afford that. We have to do something else. It got to be another alternative, because the hairstyle that they had, I don't even think it was worth that much, okay? And I feel like parents who have been in prison, because Branwin feels guilty that she was never there for her daughter due to the fact that she was a stripper and she fell on to drugs. She don't want her daughter to go down the same road that she went. I feel like as a mother, that's understandable, and I feel like Branwin is really trying to make a change genuinely. But Branwin, okay, Chazz is suffering with insecurities, because when Branwin are around men, because she got a phone call from a male, his insecurities begin to sink in. Instead of him being honest, saying, hey, this makes me feel uncomfortable because I'm dealing with my own insecurity, she had to remind him, you have to respect me enough to trust me that I would not do this to you, because we're in it for the long run. And I respected Branwin for bringing that up and mention that to him. And I think Chazz have to work on his communication a little bit better with his wife. And I didn't like how the producer was trying to compare a competition between her daughter and him. First of all, that's your daughter. There is no competition when it comes to your kid. Even though you just married this man, and men think they do come second to children, and they be big babies about that. They be like, oh, you're neglecting me because